All right, as you see it, we are breaking news. We are live and we're here to talk about the DNPs of Color Conference. Wow. So, this is a special episode of Sound Leadership with DJ where I'm just going to talk about my experience going to the DNPs of Color Conference. If you don't know, DNPs of Color is an organization dedicated to nurses of color who have terminal degrees, whether it's a PhD, DNP, DHA, whatever it is. You're a nurse with a terminal degree, we want to see you. It is founded, created by the brainchild that is of Dr. Danielle McCamey. She is an awesome and an amazing person, and I'm so grateful to have known her and to know her and to be under her leadership as a servant leader. Now, let's talk about this conference. This conference was held over the weekend in Philadelphia, and it was cold because if you don't know, I am from the great state of Hawaii, so it was cold. But past that, it was just an event where people could really let their hair down. It was an event where people could be themselves. It was an event where you were around like-minded people who have terminal degrees and who are experiencing some of the same things that you are experiencing with your terminal degree or your career. So I want to walk you through what that looked like, what the conference was, how it was put on, and I want to take you day by day. If you have not checked out DNPs of Color LinkedIn page, I invite you to go over there, like and share their LinkedIn page. I invite you to also follow them on Instagram. And once you get to Instagram, what you will see is that there were some videos that were put out. Yours truly recorded them. There were some videos put out of the event. And what I really tried to do is just capture that of the event, that of essence, of glory, of just awe, that everything that I saw, I wanted to capture it for you. So let's talk about the first night. The first night was last Thursday, and it was a mix and mingle. This mix and mingle was attended by, let's say, 100 to 125 people. It was a DJ there, and it was inside of a planetarium. It was inside of a planetarium. So you look up, you're seeing shooting stars, you're seeing the planets move, you're seeing everything. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. I was able to network with people who look like me and really just be able to pick their brain. So there were some incredible heavy hitters in the room. And it was just like, wow, I see these people on LinkedIn. I see these people on Facebook. I see some of these people on the news on MSNBC, and they're in this room and I'm rubbing elbows with them. When I say my mind was blown, baby, my mind was blown. The mix and mingle allowed you to just be you. It was one of those things, you know that I say in church, come as you are. You're able to come as you are and just be there. So it was a lot of spoken word, a lot of poetry going around. It was just a lot of hugs and just a great way to network. I know I ran into several people that I had met online. Shout out to Dr. Zane. I've met her online. We've talked, but it was nice to be able to meet her in person. Kirby, real big on LinkedIn, met her. And I was like, wow, nice to meet you. Dr. Charmaine Ducky, she was in the house. Nice to meet you. Dr. Blue in the house. Dr. Michael, Dr. Ronnie. I mean, the list goes on and on. These are people I admire from afar on LinkedIn. And I was in the room with them shaking hands. It was an amazing feeling. You know, we were able to exchange stories and the energy in the room was amazing. When I say the energy, I mean it was something I've never felt. Hey, I'm a nurse. I'm a licensed nurse home administrator, and I've been to plenty of conferences, but I had never been in a room where the energy was just so good. You just felt so good. My cup, when I was there, was starting to be filled. One of the things I think that stood out about me is the accessibility once again to Dr. McCamey. While she was there working the room, she always found time to be there for you. If you needed to stop with her, stop and chat with her, take a picture with her, she would stop, she would take a picture with you. And that to me was amazing because you don't see that from CEOs, right? Where they stop what they're doing, taking a picture with you. So I was forever grateful for that. We move over to day one of the conference, and day one of the conference was nothing short, but nothing short of amazing. It's once again back in the museum, and they had various panel discussions on stage, as well as some independent speakers who are on stage who are just speaking about their DNP project or work they're doing to advance the nursing community or advance patient care and outcomes. And when I tell you, it was so nice to see people on stage who looked like me, who told me what I was going through was valid, and I was not the only one experiencing it. My mind was gone. I don't want to butcher the name, but one of the doctors that stood out to me, and I got a recording of it, Dr. Ketche. Shout out to Dr. Ketche. Boy, is that a powerful, dynamic woman. One of the things that resonated with me from Dr. Ketche, she said, you do all that work in your DNP project to let it sit on the shelf. You do all that work on a DNP project to let it support the table. Why are you not publishing your work? Why are you not putting your work out there so people can see it, can read it, and can enjoy it? Some of your DNP projects, such as mine, is well over 100 pages and is sitting on the shelf. So what she really did was say, hey, you can do this. It's okay. Companies will tell you no. They will tell you they don't want your research. They don't want to publish your research. But you got to continue to put it out there. You have to continue to push past the no's. And I think that, to me, resonated with me more than a lot of other things at the conference. Dr. Blackstone was the keynote speaker, and she talked about leaving a legacy. And boy, did that hit home. Because we talk about our parents and we look at them as our parents, but oftentimes it's not until they're gone that we realize the legacy or the impact that they have on us. My mom transitioned in 2022, and it wasn't until after she transitioned that I realized the legacy that she left on me and my daughter. See, you don't see that. At least I didn't see that when I was going through it. To me, it was just mom. It was just mom saying something. But now that mom can't say anything, it's so hard. And I have to value the legacy and the memories that I have. So if you haven't heard of Dr. Blackstone, you need to look her up. You need to read that book, Legacy, and come back and drop some notes in the comment. Let me know what you think about it. Day one was fun. It was exciting. I had a co-host, Dr. Wendy. She helped me do some interviews. You'll see those interviews coming out really, really, really soon. Let me tell you, Dr. Wendy is amazing. She's a fabulous person. She's an entrepreneur. She's a mom. She's a DNP. She's doing so many things. She's amazing. Look her up on LinkedIn if you're not following her. Dr. Stacy Bento is there as well. She was an amazing person to have there and just be in the presence of. My personal takeaway from day one was this. As a DNP prepared nurse, I need to publish. As a DNP prepared nurse who earned the title doctor, it will be in front of my name once I get the title doctor. Day one ended with a meet and greet student meetup by Dr. Michael. And shout out to Dr. Michael for hosting that student meetup. I was in the presence of roughly about 20 DNP students, and we just got to bounce ideas off each other. I got to see that I wasn't the only one revising my chapter a first time, second time, third time, fourth time, fifth time. I got to see that some of the things I was facing wasn't just to me. Other students were experiencing that at Johns Hopkins, at Yale, at Harvard. These are people who are in DNP programs just like myself, and they're complaining about the exact same thing. What it did tell me was I was blessed to have the chair that I have. Shout out to my chair because she's amazing. I was listening to some of these other students. I was like, wow. So shout out to my chair. Day two, we move over into the second day of the conference, which was Saturday. And for me, the highlight of this is once again some of the incredible speakers that we had. Seeing the speakers come, seeing the speakers present their topics. There was a gentleman who was talking about addiction and how we need to stop the stigmatism of addiction. I forget the gentleman's name. He has his master's degree. He's working on his DNP and NP at the same time. Man, when I tell you his presentation was amazing. I mean, hats off to that brother for the amount of research he's done. And I hope he goes out and publishes that work because that work was amazing. Day two, once again, was nothing short of amazing. But I want to move over to the gala. Baby, when I say DNPs of Color outdid themselves, they outdid themselves. This gala was held inside of a museum. I mean, we dancing around expensive vases. We dancing around a big statue in the middle of the room that's roped off, of course. You can't go touch the statue, but when I say it was amazing, it was amazing. The food was fabulous. Everybody came in a Sunday's best. Everybody looked amazing. It was no drama. People just enjoyed themselves. And for the first time ever in my life, I received an award in nursing, which I had never received. So I'm very excited for. See if I can get that there. I never received. So outstanding committee service, Demetrius Kirk. I'd never received an award before. So DNPs of Color, thank you. I'm honored. Dr. Blue, thank you for allowing me to be on your committee, on the governance committee with you. This really means a lot to me. Once again, I've never received an award in nursing, and for me to receive this just for my contributions to the organization is very much appreciative. If you're not there, you need to be there. DNPs of Color event is going to be in Oakland, California next year. Hopefully 2026. I'm pushing for it. 2026 here in Hawaii. But I want you to know that if you come to that event, you will be welcomed with open arms. Everybody's there, family. If you're there, you're family. You're welcome with open arms. And I'd advise you, I'd want you to check out dnpsofcolor.com or .org, become a member and attend some of the webinars and just be one. If you ever need anything, you can reach out to me. I'm sure you can reach out to Dr. McCamey, Dr. Blue, Dr. Michael, Ronnie, some of the other board members. They are happy to help. I am a huge fan. I'm a huge supporter. And that was my experience at the DNPs of Color Conference 2024.
Thanks for tuning into Sound Leadership with DJ. If you like this episode, be sure to subscribe to the show on your favorite podcast platform. Share your favorite takeaways with a friend or colleague. Leave a review and let us know what you think. And remember, leadership is not just a title, it's a choice. Choose to lead with purpose, passion, and impact. See you on the next episode.